Welcome to another episode of A Sandwich and Some Lovin'. I am Kelly Raspberry Evans, and I'm doing this podcast along with my husband.
Hello, I'm Alan.
That's Alan Evans, and we're just so happy to join you again for another episode of A Sandwich and Some Lovin'.
Yet another episode.
Yet another one.
Train kept a rolling all night long.
Yeah. Man, you're not starting off on the good foot.
Train kept a rolling all night long.
Is that a song that I don't know?
It's an Aerosmith song.
Oh.
Yes.
Not familiar with that one. Or maybe
You're
I
not?
am. Maybe I am, and I just don't know all the lyrics.
It's on the train. I met a dame. She was, then it's all the same. She was pretty from New York City. You don't remember that one? Really?
No, I'm sorry.
Aerosmith.
I know Aerosmith. So anyway, we're here. It's Sunday night. We're recording this podcast. We've had a good weekend together. It's been a lot of you and me time, babe. A lot.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I don't feel like it's been too much.
No, I'm just saying we got some good quality time in.
What did we do with all our quality time?
Well, we...
QT, as it were.
What did we do?
Exactly.
We did a bunch of nothing.
Exactly.
But you know what you've been doing that I asked you a few podcasts ago that's actually just made such a huge difference is you've started cooking more around the house. And cooking more in the kitchen. And that's been just huge for me. And I appreciate it so much.
Well, good. I'm glad you appreciate it. That must mean it's edible.
It is. It's more edible than what I do.
And I'll tell you what, I've cooked so much. Now I'm just making crap up. I don't even know what I'm doing.
You're getting adventurous in the kitchen.
Yeah, I mean, I'll throw a halibut fillet in there with I'll pour some beef broth in there and some apple cider vinegar, and I'll throw in
beef broth in there. It was chicken.
Most certainly did.
It was chicken.
Or chicken broth with apple cider vinegar, little white pepper, little Italian seasoning.
Hey.
And then I chopped up some little baby tomatoes, threw them in there, sauteed it all around.
You're cooking it, I'm eating it, and I appreciate it.
And it turned out pretty good.
Yeah, so I appreciate it.
Turned out pretty good. Because we're on a weight loss program. That's
Yep.
one of the things we're going to talk about on this edition of A Sandwich and Some Lovin'. Just our continued weight loss program, eating healthy, part of New Year, New Me.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
Are we going to talk about that?
New Year, new us.
Yeah.
Not too much.
Not too much, just
The
a
other
little
stuff
bit.
to talk about
Yeah.
besides that.
We got some pretty hard-hitting content to talk about, babe.
We do?
Yeah. Kelly and I have been struggling to find a show that we can watch together. Well, we found one.
That's what we did this weekend
That's
with our quality
right.
time together.
We did. We found a good show. It was on Netflix. We want to tell you about that. It has to do with murder. Red rum. It has to do with murder. It was pretty creepy, but I enjoyed the series.
Yeah,
So
I think that's become our thing to do together is these murder mysteries, these unsolved mysteries, serial killers, things like that.
Yeah. Yeah. We've been doing a little remodeling around the house, and I had a customer service experience, not with any of our remodelers, but somebody I called. I wanted to share with the audience because I'm sure this is something people run into every once in a while.
Not going to name names.
No, I'm not going to throw anybody on Front Street, but
Because one day they might be a sponsor.
might be a sponsor someday. So yeah, we'll talk about that and I'll see what you think about that too, babe. And then Kelly and I have been we went to church at a new church today.
Yep.
And
For church shopping.
Yeah.
That
maybe.
sounds really kind of crass and flippant, but that's basically what it is when you're looking for a new church.
So I thought you and I could go over what you're looking for and what I'm looking for and what we as a family are looking for, I think. You think that we can do that?
Sure.
All right. And then if we have time,
Oh, wow. This is so much already.
another edition of Fun with Acronyms. I'm bringing,
Whoa.
yes, I'm bringing new content. Well, not new content. I'm bringing content to the table.
I remember the first time I brought that content to the show and you poo-pooed it.
I didn't poo-poo
and you
it.
loved it so much you're actually bringing it yourself this time.
Didn't poo-poo it. I didn't.
I recall poo-poo.
No, didn't poo-poo.
That's what I remember.
No, didn't poo-poo. So yeah, that's what we got, babe.
Well, which one to start with?
Oh, you want to go ahead and just start with?
Yes.
Well, let's this weight loss program. Okay, we've been at it now. Tomorrow will be 2 weeks exactly.
Right, we're wrapping. We started on a Monday, so this is Sunday. So tomorrow morning when we wake up, we'll be starting week 3.
Yeah. Just my general thoughts over the last 2 weeks. It's not been super easy, but it's doable.
It's very doable.
Very
It's just-
doable.
What I found is you just have to say no thank you a lot. That's all there is to it. If you just say no thank you, that's the hardest part is cheating. And I feel like with you, I'm accountable. If it was just me by myself, I might say, oh, I'll just have a bite. But that bite becomes the whole bowl, and then that whole bowl becomes, oh, screw it, I'll just start again tomorrow. And then, well, now it's Thursday, I might as well just go ahead and enjoy myself the rest of the weekend and start over on Monday. See, that's what happens when you cheat.
Yeah.
Typically. So having the accountability there, I just think that the easiest part has been doing it with you, and concentrating on what you can eat as opposed to what you can't.
Yeah, this is the first weight loss program I've ever been on. I mean,
really?
I've never been on a program like this where there are certain foods you can eat and not eat.
I've been on everything.
Have you?
Everything.
So I would say that it's helpful for me to be doing it with you too, because we do it together. We have to cook together.
And it's
about all we talk about now too.
It is,
Yeah.
but you know what? I think it's made us closer because we're in it together.
How could we be any closer than we already were, babe?
Well, there's times when we are probably not as close as we could be, but I'm saying doing this diet together, cooking together, the weight loss program, and cooking together and talking about it a lot has brought us together, I think, closer.
Yeah, yeah. But it's been very doable. I've lost 13 in 13 days. Tomorrow will be the 14th day. And you've lost how much? 9. And guys, it comes off guys faster.
Yeah, I'm not upset about that.
Yeah.
That's just the way it is.
Kelly and I are doing the exact same things, but it comes off faster on men than women. But we're both in it for the long haul.
Because you have more muscle. I think your muscle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're both in it for the long haul. So, yeah, it's going well, but we have a long way to go, I think.
You're back to your wedding day weight.
I'm back to my wedding day weight, but I want to lose 14 more. That'll get me to my goal.
I'm back to the weight I was before I started losing weight for the wedding.
Oh.
Does that make sense?
Okay. Okay.
Because not only did I lose weight for the wedding, when I gained that back, I gained back more. So now I'm back down to where I was when I started losing weight for the wedding.
Okay. But I was telling Kelly as she prances through the bedroom in just a pair of slippers, which she typically does after a shower, a pair of slippers.
Are you telling all my business?
A pair of slippers and maybe just a towel on her head. I've noticed a difference. You look a little skinnier to me.
Thank you. Thank you.
And it's not like, didn't the doctor say like you can lose inches but not necessarily weight sometimes?
Yeah.
So if you get on the scale and it stays the same weight, don't be frustrated because you're still losing inches.
Right.
Tell you what, that's one thing I don't want to lose is inches.
I hear you.
Yeah.
I hear you. But you're looking good too, babe.
Thank you, babe. Appreciate
Your belly's
that.
gone down a lot.
Thank you.
And besides the diet,
Yes.
what did you want to talk about second on the list?
Well, serial killers,
The
high-profile
okay.
murders, and the Netflix special about.
Finally, we got our TV back up in the living room. It's been, we had to Alan wanted to get a bigger TV because he's a man. And so we had to reconfigure the fireplace, the wall above the fireplace to hold a little bit bigger TV. So we have been without a TV in the living room for a couple weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we haven't really, we go to bed and all he wants to do is watch Fox News, which is fine. I enjoy, Tucker Carlson. I have a little crush on him. And that's fine. But in the living room.
Fair and balanced.
Yeah, fair and balanced.
Yeah.
But in the living room, I was like, I've started opening my laptop and I've been watching Netflix while I'm cooking and stuff, and you're doing other things. So I watched the Ted Bundy letters, is that what it's called? And I told Alan, and he caught me like watching the last 30 minutes of the last episode. Well, that's something I would have wanted to watch. So you went back and watched it by yourself, but then I kind of sat down and watched it with you, and the TV got put back on the wall.
Yeah.
And we loved it.
It was really interesting.
It was so interesting.
When all this was going on, I was a kid, so I don't remember any of it. But one of my reading passions is true crime, so I'm aware of Ted Bundy. I know who Ted Bundy is, and I just didn't realize how ridiculous he was in
representing himself.
It was
how
ridiculous.
Back before, the internet and the modern communication, how he was able to get away with so much across the country.
I mean,
because there was just no communication between the police departments.
He could move from state to state without anybody being able to catch up with where he was, and he'd commit these murders and then he'd move on, and you just couldn't, they couldn't find him.
And he escaped from prison twice.
From the same prison or the same jail, or was it a jail?
I think it was jail.
It was an Aspen.
It was just an inept prison, I guess you'd say. It was crazy.
Well, and then after he got out the second time out of this prison in Aspen, he went to Florida. Well,
eventually he went to Florida.
He eventually went to Florida
by plane, train, and automobile.
Planes, trains, and automobiles.
Literally.
Through Michigan, through Chicago. He finally made it down to Florida. Nobody can catch him. And then he murders more people in Florida.
Yeah, the sorority. I think that's the one people remember the most is the sorority house murders.
Well, those are the ones they finally...
That's the ones, but...
He got convicted for.
They were more than... They think, way more than we'll ever know for sure. But at least 30, I think they were able to attribute to him.
He at the end
admitted to that many.
He thought 30. That is nuts.
But it could have been more.
But,
and to meet the woman that married him.
Oh, gosh.
And had a baby with him. And, of course, is immediately what I do whenever I watch anything based on real life or a documentary, I go Google, where are these people now? And I try Googling what happened to the wife and the daughter. And as of right now, nobody knows. They just kind of disappeared. She did divorce him before he got executed. They don't cover that in the documentary.
They had to have changed their names. I mean... They had to have changed their names.
Crazy.
But
a woman would but she believed him for whatever reason until she didn't.
But I knew Ted Bundy was a nut.
Yeah.
And he was one of these guys that was like a chameleon, that he just appeared to be a normal guy, right? But then when you hear him talking on these tapes, to me it was like, yes, he's a nut, but he really believed that he didn't do anything. He had somehow convinced himself that he was totally innocent on this and it was everyone else's fault.
I don't know if he convinced himself or he was just a really great liar.
Maybe that was it.
Or he had a split personality.
Or he had a split personality.
That's another thing we thought maybe was the problem. But it's super interesting. So if you have Netflix, we recommend that. And next, they've got so many true crime things on there. How to Catch a Murderer. No, that's something like that. There is like one that's been on for a while. Something about a murderer. How to Catch a Murderer or something like that.
I got one show I've watched.
Yeah, so we're going to watch that together next.
Yeah.
I'm very excited to finally have something to watch with you, even if it's going to give me nightmares. I don't even care.
I'll watch those. I've read true crime books my entire life. I've just never watched these specials on TV or on Netflix. But the Scott Peterson, Lacey Peterson thing
that was interesting.
Was one I watched or was really interested in, and I researched that a lot. That was one.
I Googled how to tell if you're living next door to a serial killer.
Whoa.
And what I found is basically you can't tell. They said because they hide it so well until the very end when they're in the depths of their mania or whatever it is they're in. That's when they start messing up, when they get real crazy. It's like they spiral more and more and more.
That's what he did. That's what Bundy did.
Yeah, it's like, how do you know if you're living next door to one of these people? Because everybody always says, he was so quiet. He kept to himself. He was a nice guy, but he didn't really mingle. And that was, maybe a sign. Maybe that's one of the signs of a sociopath or something. I don't know.
It's a fascinating subject. That's why
very fascinating.
That's why I've always been interested in it. But
and everybody always,
scary.
People were in love with Ted Bundy because he was so handsome. There were times his looks would change. Sometimes he wouldn't look so good, but sometimes he looked, smoking hot. Sometimes he looked like George W. Bush. You remember when he was getting arrested one time? I was like, man, that looked just like George W. Bush.
You just called Ted Bundy smoking hot.
Well, you can be a good-looking bad guy.
I don't know that he was smoking hot.
Sometimes he was. When he was,
smoking hot. You think that man was smoking hot?
At certain points. I'm not saying he wasn't a serial killer or a horrible, evil person, but he was still very good-looking.
I think that's a better description. I don't know that he was smoking hot.
Oh my gosh, you're going to get hung up on that?
I don't think he was smoking hot.
Do you think you're smoking hot or just very good looking?
Yeah, I think I'm smoking hot.
Okay.
Dr. Masand, he's smoking hot.
Oh my gosh. Our butt doctor, he's so hot.
All right, babe.
If anybody's looking in the North Dallas, Plano area, we got the butt doctor for you. Don't we, honey?
Yeah, we do.
So nice too.
Yeah.
Hey, real quick, before we continue with this nonsense, you know how frustrating it is. You've got I know for men, a lot of times if you share a shower with a woman, what do y'all complain about? It's how many bottles of lotions and potions and creams we have shoved into the shower with us.
I was going to say the Chewbacca in the drain, but I guess that's just me.
Don't you even talk about that, or I'm going to bring up yours.
You're doing a spot.
I know, but don't you bring up that. I always try to clean my hair out of the drain. But anyway, here is the thing. You fall in love with a shampoo and you use it, and then suddenly it stops working. So you go to the next shampoo, but it's not enough to get rid of that shampoo. So it becomes this like juggling act between, going around the circle of which shampoo and conditioner is going to work this time. Well, let me tell you about Function of Beauty. Function of Beauty is this customizable shampoo and conditioner that you can pick what you want it to do for your hair. For me, I have color treated hair. For me, I have dry hair. I wanted to work on that. I wanted, to moisturize it. I have aging hair. I wanted to do more thickness and I wanted to help it grow. So I put those, I checked this. These are the things I want. You can check what you want. Maybe you have oily hair. Maybe you have, baby fine hair, whatever. You can pick what you want with Function of Beauty. Not only that, you can select your color and your fragrance. You can do dye-free, fragrance-free if you want, but the smells are so delicious. And you get to name your formula. Of course, I named my shampoos Kelly and my conditioner Kelly because I don't want Alan touching my shampoo and conditioner.
I don't want to touch your shampoo, but this is good stuff.
It is so good. And Function of Beauty is the internet's top-rated customized shampoo. Over 8,000 five-star customer reviews and counting. You've got all these fun colors to choose from. I get compliments when I just freshly wash my hair. People tell me, "Oh, your hair looks really good today." I'm like, Function of Beauty. That's what I've been using. And it's really made a difference. And I can tell it in the way I style my hair.
So our listeners will receive 20% off their first custom formula. And here's what you have to do to claim. Go to functionofbeauty.com now and take the quick 2-minute hair profile quiz to design your 100% unique shampoo plus conditioner formulas. All you got to do is use code Kelly at checkout for 20% off your first order at functionofbeauty.com. That's use code Kelly at checkout for 20% off your first order at functionofbeauty.com.
You're going to really love it, I promise.
Love that shampoo.
Have you been using my shampoo?
Function of Beauty. Yeah, but you notice how much better my hair is since I've been
not
using.
been using
Look
my
at
shampoo.
that. Look at that.
You have not been
Look
using
at
my
that
shampoo.
long, silky, flowing.
It has made a
Look at
difference
that
in my hair.
flowing ebony mane. Look at that. Using a little.
It's been a long day for the podcast people that watch us film this on Facebook Live. But
I'll use a little Function of Beauty every once in a while.
I should go in my shampoo.
All right, babe. So that was kind of the Ted Bundy thing. We recommend it.
Yes, if you haven't watched it,
It
check
is
out.
creepy, but
Yes.
we recommend it.
But check it out anyway. Bird Box, Alan does not recommend, and I just don't. I don't like it because it made me upset.
I didn't enjoy Bird Box. It reminded me of we've been through this
Yes.
on a prior podcast. Reminded me of an X-Files episode
Yes,
without David Duchovny and Gillian Anderson.
right. But with Sandra Bullock,
With the whiny Sandra Bullock.
she's not whiny.
Okay, we've been doing a little remodeling here in the manor, the estate or the
I
manor.
just talked about that where we put the new TV in.
Yeah. But before we put the new TV in, there were some things that I wanted to do here in the house. One was upgrade our internet. Because one reason is we have 4 children. They all at one time or another like to get on the internet.
Mm-hmm. As do we.
As do we. We're like a lot of families that have TVs that stream movies and, we're on the internet for work and we just use a lot of internet.
Mm-hmm.
We have an internet provider that I haven't been completely happy with. Another reason why is we broadcast our podcast. We video that and broadcast that. And so we need good internet.
We do.
We need good internet. So I thought now is the time to upgrade our internet because we have these TVs coming. And, some of our podcast listeners that also watch us have said, hey, sometimes I can't see you on the internet.
It freezes up.
Freezes up. And we don't want that. We want them to see us.
Of course.
Yes.
We're very vain like that.
So it just so happens I got a marketing promotion in the mail.
Wow.
Yes.
What great timing.
Yeah. Great timing. That's one of the things about marketing that has to be right timing. So I got this coupon in the mail that said 400 megabit Mbps service, real fast.
That's fast.
Translate that to it's really fast for $39.99.
Is that good?
That's good because that's what we pay, and our speed is less than half that.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. So I'm thinking we're going to pay the same and
Get more.
We're going to get more. So more value for the same price. I called immediately. And I said, hello, and I'm not going to throw the company out on Front Street because this doesn't have a happy ending for this company. But I said, yeah, I want you guys to come out and install new internet. And they said, sure, we'll be out there next Thursday to do it between 9 and 10. 9 and 10 a.m.
An hour window.
1 hour
That's
window.
That's incredible.
I was like, that is incredible.
Yeah.
So I am so excited that morning because I know my TV guy is coming the next day to install the TV. He's going to connect it to this lightning fast internet and everything. My wife is going to be so happy because I upgraded the internet. My children are going to be so happy because they're, what they're doing
everything's great.
Isn't freezing on them and everything.
Yes.
So I'm excited. 9 a.m., 10 a.m., no company. No company. Mm-hmm. Don't show up. So I call at 10:15. I call the company. I say, hey, I was supposed to have a guy come out here at between 9 and 10. And she goes, oh, I am so sorry about that. Gosh, let me see if I can find dispatch and see what happened. Okay, she goes back, comes back 5 minutes later. Now, they should be in your area. They're not there yet? And I said, well, no, ma'am. That's why I'm calling you. They're not here yet. I said, I'd like them to be here in about the next hour or two because I have some work to do and some errands to run. I get my children from school later on.
Right.
So can they be here in just a little while? And she said, well, I'm not sure. And I said, well, here's what I think we should do. I think that you guys should waive my $100 installation fee today.
Oh, you going to tell her?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I'm a customer. And I said,
can you name your own price as a customer?
No. But if they blow me off and don't come at between 9 and 10 and then don't call me, I think that they should take care of that.
Did they not have a guarantee written like we were there when we say, or you get blank?
I don't know if they care if they did or not.
Okay. You just filled in your own blank, 100.
I filled in my own blank.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, that's how much
how
much the installation fee was. So I told the customer service agent this. I said, I'd like you to waive the installation fee, because you guys blew me off. You didn't call me. And she goes, well, let me talk to my supervisor. Goes with the supervisor. 5 minutes later, comes back. She said, sir, he would be willing to take off $20 off your installation. And I said, really? I said, you're going to give me a $20 coupon because you blew me off? I said, no. What we're going to do is we're going to waive that installation fee.
Oh, you telling her again what we're going to do?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I said, we're going to waive it. And she said, oh, I'm so sorry, sir. I mean, she was very nice.
Yes.
She said, I understand. I'm sorry.
I bet you weren't.
No, I was. I kept
Were you being nice?
Yeah, I was
okay.
being very nice.
You didn't have an edge in your voice?
Maybe a little bit, like I do now.
Telling her what we are going to do?
I didn't say it that way. I just said, here's what I think we should do.
We again.
Yes. Her and I together. Not you're going to do.
Oh, okay.
You and I together are going to do this. So she said, okay, I'm sorry. I'm going to go back to my supervisor and tell him what you're telling me. 5 minutes later, comes back. I can't get a hold of him. I'm like, all right. Why don't you get a hold of him and tell him here's what's going to happen. Here's what I said. I said, he can take care of my installation fee if he can have a guy out here today at some point, but he's going to waive that installation fee because I've been waiting for him for an hour now. He didn't show up and he didn't call me either. Okay, you get that answer and call me back. And then we can do business. And I'm going to be a great customer because I pay my bill every month. I'm going to be a good customer for you for years. Okay? And she goes, sir, I am so sorry. I will get an answer for you and we'll call you right back. I'm like, okay, just let me know. I'll be here. I'll be waiting. About 45 more minutes goes by.
Okay. And the guy still hasn't ever shown up.
No, guy still hadn't shown up.
Because you would think he'd still be on the way.
Yeah. A different lady from the company calls me.
Oh.
And she's from dispatch.
Oh.
And she says, hello, Mr. Evans. I was just calling to make sure the installation's going okay. And I said, well, no, it's not going okay. They never showed up and they never called me. She's like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Really? Yeah. I talked to somebody else at your company about this. And she goes, I'm very sorry. Let me do some checking. She's on her computer. I can hear her. She said, there's supposed to be somebody in your area doing this. And I said, well, no, they never showed up. And she did some more checking. She said, I think I can have somebody there in the next hour. And now by this time it's afternoon. Okay. And I got stuff to do, right? I've been waiting all morning.
Right.
And I said, ma'am, I know this isn't your fault. This has nothing to do with you. But I said, I really feel like I've been treated poorly by your company. So I think what we're going to do, we're going to cancel this installation.
Oh, that's what we're going to do now.
Yeah, that's what we're going to do now is I'm going to cancel it, and I don't want you guys to come to my house because you've wasted an entire day. Your supervisor wanted to give me a $20 off coupon. He never called me back. So no, I'm not gonna be a customer of your company. I thought that was just really poor treatment from this company.
But the end result is we still have poor internet service.
End result is we still have poor internet service. Now I can go to a different company and ask them. I'll shop them now Because this company that I call or that I use the coupon for, they're not the only internet company.
Okay, honey, I trust you to handle it because I don't want to.
I mean, who do we got? Let's just name all the internet companies. Who do you got
I don't
out there?
know.
There's a million of them. You got
Yeah.
AT&T, you got Spectrum, you got Frontier, you got, who else you got?
I don't know.
Yeah, there's a whole bunch of them. So I don't know. I guess
You felt disrespected.
it's not even that, babe. It's not disrespect or anything. Being in the business world for so long, like when I worked for a company called Lennox, and that was our number one thing, to take care of the customer no matter what. No
Right.
matter, you bend over backwards to take care of your customers, you know? And I just felt like, what's this guy? I mean, he blew me off. His company blew me off, and he wants to argue with me over $70? It's either you waive the $99 fee or he's giving me a $20 coupon. Why are we bartering how much my discount's going to be?
Oh, man. That sounds really ugly.
Right? I don't know. It just twisted me up the wrong way. Now I'm
I
getting
know.
twisted up again.
I know, and I've got to live with it later.
Anyway,
But we
that's
still
what
have slow internet.
That's what happened.
That's okay.
But I think our current internet company can get us faster.
Let's look into that.
I'm afraid they're going to blow me off now.
Can't they just flip a switch at the office or something?
You would think it would be.
I don't know how it works.
They'll have to send some knucklehead out here to
Deal with you?
deal with me,
You going to tell him what we're going to do today?
the chief administration asshole right here. Yes.
Oh, my gosh. You're like every worst nightmare.
No, I am not.
Those poor customer service workers.
That is not true. I am very reasonable. I am very easy to deal with. Now, if you start jacking me around, I don't like it.
You should let Jerry Raspberry handle it for you. He'll have you free internet for 6 months.
Yeah.
He'll smooth talk him.
Sure.
That Southern gentleman.
Sure he would. You know what else they'd be doing?
What?
They'd be going to his Bible study class.
That's right.
Right.
He would get him to do that too.
It's always give and take. There's
I'm just
always
saying.
there's always give and take.
Yeah, because they need the Lord. That's what those customer service people need. I'm just saying.
Wait a minute.
What?
What did you just say?
He would invite them to church because they need the Lord.
The customer service people need the Lord?
We all need the Lord.
Why do they need the Lord?
We all need the Lord.
Oh, okay.
Invite them to Sunday school. We should all do that more
I didn't know
often.
why you were singling and CSRs
Because you said
out
he would invite them to Sunday school, and I agreed with you.
for needing the Lord. Okay, babe, that was a long story. A lot of
Do you
talking
feel
for
better? It's like word vomit.
No, I mean, I feel better, but it got me all spun up, you know?
I didn't mean to spin you up.
No, I spun myself up. I'm the one that brought up the story.
All right.
I just couldn't believe that they blew me up. And then
Well,
wanted
they've
me
got
to
a
pay
million
for it.
other customers. They don't care.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
That's a great attitude to have. Well, I got a million other customers. Screw this asshole. I'll just sell it to somebody else.
Right.
Nice.
You could have sold it to this a-hole. No, they'll find another a-hole. That's what they're going to do.
All right. Well,
And then another thing we did this weekend besides have Alan, he needed to have his soul cleansed. Are we going to talk about going church shopping?
sure.
So Alan and we are looking for a new church home. And we've been a little slow after the new year to we've been sleeping a little bit in on the Sunday mornings. And my daddy finally called me and said, if y'all aren't talking...
You'll be doing
Go ahead,
Can I
go
do
ahead.
it? Can I do it?
Go ahead.
Hello, Kelly. I thought I would call and just mention a few things to you. One is, if you and Alan are still deliberating and taking your time on selecting a church, I know it's taken you quite a while. Mama and I would be glad to pick up Emma Kelly and take her to church tomorrow.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Is that how it went?
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
That's been going on for a while. If you're not going to take her, we are.
That's basically what that's basically what he was telling you. If you're not going to take her, I will. Right.
So, but Emma Kelly's been, gone. Like she goes to her dad's and stuff. So anyway, we had her this weekend, and my mom called me on Saturday night. My daughter was at a sleepover Friday night, and she called me on Saturday and said, I've been trying to call Emma Kelly. She won't answer her phone. I said, well, she's at a sleepover. She said, well, we're going to take her to church tomorrow morning. I said, well, we're planning on taking her to church. She has a here's the thing if you can get a kid that wants to go to church, it makes life so much easier. So we told Emma Kelly when we're church shopping, why don't you find out some of the churches your friends go to, and that way if you have a friend already there, because Alan and I, we're fine. We don't need to walk in and recognize faces. We'll make it because we're adults. But as a kid, it's really hard walking into a new church and not knowing a single soul. So we promised her we will try your friends' churches first. And that was the deal. So our plan was to go to church this Sunday morning. But Emma Kelly was at sleepover and we just hadn't talked to her. So anyway, my mom said, we're going to be at your house at 9:20 to pick up Emma Kelly and take her to church with us. I was like, wait. We're going to church tomorrow, but Emma Kelly wants to go with us. Well, Mama, she wants to go where her friends go. So anyway, it all worked out.
So they were okay with that?
Yes, as long as she's going to church, that's what they want. They want
Is
her to,
it?
Yes.
Is it?
They want her to be involved in a good youth department. So she's excited about going to church.
You sure about that?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I'm sure. Mm-hmm. So we tried the church that her friend goes to today. And I'll tell you.
Are we going to name names?
I guess we can. I've always gone to Baptist churches my whole life. I've visited. I've been to like bar mitzvahs and bat mitzvahs where you go to the Jewish services, and I can't remember the names of the service right now, but I've been to those kind of ceremonies. I've been to a Catholic service before for a wedding where they did the Lord's Supper and all the what do y'all call it? You don't call it Lord's Supper. You call it communion. We call it Lord's Supper in Baptist. So other than that, I'd never been to a Methodist church. And so this is a Methodist church we went to. And I'll tell you what, the people could not have been nicer.
Very nice people.
Everywhere we turned, people were welcoming us. They were not only just telling us where to go, they said, we will take you there. We will walk you there. And I was like, thank you. Yes, I accept. Because that's so refreshing.
Very refreshing.
Because when I used to try to visit churches by myself when I didn't have Alan, and even before Emma Kelly was born, it was just me trying to find a church home. And to walk into a church and not have one person acknowledge you're there, not one person. And when you go to the help desk, they basically say, go out that door, turn left at the water fountain, and go down 7 doors, and there's your room. Okay, thanks. And I've been on that end of it too. So to have this church so warmly welcome us, to escort us to where we were supposed to go, and the class we ended up with today, we chose a class that has parents who are dealing with teenage kids because we're heading into that stage of life. And their teacher was out, their substitute teacher was out, so one of the class members was leading class. So it wasn't a normal class, but they were still so nice to us and wanted to make sure we were so welcome. And then stayed and talked to us after Sunday school, mm-hmm. and, tried to find out our mutual connections. Mm-hmm. And then we went to the church service.
Yeah.
And the preacher is coming up the aisle, shaking everybody's hand, greeted us.
I believe he's a pastor there, right?
Yes.
Yes.
He's an associate pastor. What did he call himself? He's the pastor.
He's the pastor.
But there was another associate pastor, the woman that was up there. Mm-hmm. So anyway, everybody just couldn't have been nicer.
He introduced himself to us.
Yes.
Yeah, it was really nice.
Very nice. So we were just very, very pleased. And of course, Emma Kelly loved it. She's already like, I want to come back here forever. So I'm like, great.
We thought the music was great.
Mm-hmm. They have a contemporary and a traditional service, and we went to contemporary.
I mean, the church was really nice. The people were great. I just jotted down, babe. Let me give you my 1, 2, 3. I got 4 things that I am looking for in a church. Mm-hmm. And you tell me if these jive with what you're looking for.
Okay.
Okay, number 1, the children's ministry. If you want your kids to go to church, you got to find one where they have a really nice children's program, right?
And where they want to go, and you don't have to yell at them and,
right.
Be praying for forgiveness every Sunday morning for screaming at your children.
Yeah. Here's number 2 for me. I'm pretty simple when it comes to going to church. I need somebody who can engage me, is a kind of a charismatic, engaging speaker, and that speaks to me in plain language. Mm-hmm. It goes over my head a lot of times when we start getting into really detailed minutia in the Bible. I mean,
every word is divine inspiration. I understand that,
right? But I'm looking for, this is just me,
life applications.
I'm looking for life applications, big picture.
Right.
What is this lesson, and how does that apply to you there dingbat. And what are you gonna take out of this lesson and out of the Bible and out of the Scripture that applies to what I'm talking about, and then apply that to your life?
Right.
And I need it to be simple.
You
That's
want
just
practical life. Yes, I get that.
That's just me. Number
3.
That was like 2 and 3. I had engaging pastor, speaks in plain language, and then the sermons apply to everyday life, simple terms, uses the Bible and Scripture to reinforce the sermons. Number 4, refreshments and fellowship.
Oh, Alan's big on that.
They
you notice what they
had-
did not have in our Sunday school class? They did not have refreshments.
They had refreshments. They offered us donuts.
They did?
Yes, they did.
How did I miss the donuts?
I don't know how you missed the donuts, but they offered us refreshments.
I don't remember that. I know they had coffee stations
And
everywhere.
they had coffee stations everywhere.
Every corner.
And that was like gourmet coffee. They
Yeah,
had like
Southern pecan.
and mocha roast or something.
Right.
Italian roast and all this other stuff.
I
Wow,
know.
this is fancy. This is nice.
We liked it.
So you want to get me there.
Go for the coffee.
Go for the coffee, yeah. No, but seriously, I had a nice time this morning. I was excited to be there.
Yeah.
So
it's going to be hard. Like, should we, try it at other churches? I think we should.
I think we should.
I think that's doing your due diligence. Mm-hmm. But it was very nice there. I liked it a lot.
Yeah.
And I've never been Methodist. I've never been to a Methodist church. So that was new for me. And I liked it.
I haven't either. I was telling Kelly, I've been to a lot of different types of churches now in my life. I was raised Catholic. Kelly and I got married. Even before that, I got baptized in the Baptist church. So I've been going to Baptist church. I've enjoyed that, learned a lot. My grandfather was Episcopalian, so I used to go see him in the summers. I'd go to Episcopalian church. Mm-hmm. What else have I been to?
My granddaddy was Pentecostal holiness.
What is that?
He spoke in tongues.
I don't know what that is.
It's, I was a very little girl, and he would start praying, and then suddenly his language would start changing over. And to us, it would sound like babbling, and he'd get really caught up in it. But people who speak in tongues, from what I understand, and I am open to being corrected on this, but they feel like they believe they're speaking the language of the angels. And so they're speaking that, and so we can't understand. But my granddaddy, Raspberry, spoke in tongues.
How about that?
Yeah.
My mom used to tell me when she was in the Philippines, they did Catholic Mass in Latin. Mm-hmm. They did the whole Mass in Latin. So I think at one time she understood Latin. When she was a kid, that's how they did
Basic Latin. Mm-hmm.
I was telling Kelly, I dated a girl for a hot minute when I was single, in between divorce and meeting Kelly. And she went to a church, and she invited me one time. I was like, yeah, sure, I'll go. And I was telling Kelly, I didn't understand it at all, but there was a lot of, they were sobbing. Mm-hmm. They were sobbing and hugging and crying and swaying. And I felt like a fish out of water.
Sounds like a charismatic.
I didn't know what was going on.
Yeah. Charismatic church. I know my Aunt Velma one time, she went to a church where they did healing, laying on the hands of healing. And so they came up and laid hands on her, and she just stood there. And they didn't like that. So somebody else came up, and before she knew it, she had all these people standing around her, laying hands on her, until I think the pressure of that, finally she fell out. You have to get Aunt Velma to tell you that story.
Wow.
Yeah. There's all sorts of stuff out there.
Yeah?
My friend went to I don't know if it was Church of Christ, Church of God, but they did the running of the pews where people get really excited and they run the pew tops.
What's the purpose of that?
You get filled with the Spirit and you get overcome.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Can you
Dancing
imagine?
and
Can you
singing.
imagine you and me doing that?
No. I don't think we're agile enough for that.
No.
But you know what? People worship in different ways.
They do.
I wish I was that filled with the Spirit where I could,
Yeah.
dance and sing and laugh, and I get really moved when I feel overcome with God's love and God's beauty and God's grace. I just start crying. That's what I do. But it's not like a sobbing thing. I just get like my eyes will fill up with tears and stuff. That's what happens to me.
I understand that. I know I've been in church before where, it's around Christmas or Easter, or, you just get filled with, I don't know what it is, good feeling,
Mm-hmm.
and you're just like, wow, this is really good. You just feels good.
I like that, and I want more of that.
Right. So that's been That's a work in progress, I guess, for us to find a new church home.
Yeah.
Right.
Checking time.
Checking time.
How are we on time, babe?
We're doing okay.
So we're trying to get our health on track, our spiritual life on track, our what else on track? We're trying to get everything on track. But here's the thing. If you're like us and you started this new year and you've been on this health kick, you've been like, I'm going to get healthy and I'm going to start going to the gym. And we're not even a full month into the new year, but maybe you're getting a little bored with the routine already. And that's a big dangerous place to be in, because if you get bored, you stop going and then you quit altogether. Well, here's something that's going to help you overcome the boredom and the routine of working out. I'm going to tell you about ClassPass. You won't be going to the same gym doing the same workout with ClassPass, because it's an all-access membership to over 14,000 of the best gyms and fitness studios all over the world, many right there in your hometown. You can go where you want, when you want, how you want. ClassPass is everything you need to make working out fun. You can try new workouts, try new studios. You don't have that commitment to a single gym. You're not overpaying for drop-ins. You can do yoga, strength training, spin. If you want to try a bar class, if you want to try boxing, ClassPass gives you variety and the accountability you need to attend those classes.
They've got something for everyone, near your work, near your house. ClassPass is everywhere. Monthly memberships start at $15. You can cancel anytime. Mix it up, find the perfect studio and classes just for you.
Isn't that great? Just starting at $15.
$15, baby. You know, a lot of people can do this. So here's what you got to do. Get your first month free at ClassPass.com/try/sandwich.
Got that?
Okay, we're going to do that again, but that's ClassPass.com/try/sandwich for your first month free.
Free.
How about one more, babe? ClassPass.com/try/sandwich.
This ClassPass thing is really genius, because you don't want to commit. Like, I'm not sure I'm going to love bar, but I'd like to try it. This is a way to do it with ClassPass.
Love ClassPass.
It's a great thing. If you haven't tried it, try it and use our code to get the first month free. That special web address.
Babe, we're going to start bringing it home for Jerome here, but we're going to do a real quick bit. You did this.
Oh, the fun with acronyms.
Mm-hmm. Don't look.
I'm not.
Kelly brought this to. Now I can't stop saying your name like your dad. Kelly brought this to the A Sandwich and Some Lovin' podcast about, I don't know, 10 podcasts ago?
Something like that.
And I tried to guess acronyms, and a lot of them I had no idea. Some of them I didn't even know they were acronyms.
I know, like zip code.
Okay, so I'm going to give you a couple here, and you tell me if you can figure out what this acronym stands for.
I bet I can't.
And I'm going to take a little pause, because I know our podcast listeners are listening along.
You want to play along too?
Yeah, they can play along too. So I'll take a little pause, think about it for just a second, yell it out in your car or wherever you are on your treadmill or wherever you're listening, and tell me what the answer is. Okay. The first one is laser. I thought laser was just a word. It's an acronym.
I did too.
It's an acronym.
Light.
You got that
Activated.
one? Well, you're off there.
Zone. Energy.
Well, it's LASER.
Oh, lasers with an S. Light.
This is a hard one, babe.
Algorithm. No?
How about light amplification by the stimulated emission of radiation?
I would have never gotten that one.
That is a tough one. Okay. RSVP.
Respondez s'il vous plaît.
Good one.
Everybody knows that.
I didn't know that.
You didn't?
I saw this list and I was like,
what did you think it meant?
I had no idea.
You know it meant to respond if you're coming.
Well, I know
or not.
it means to respond.
It's in French. It's en français.
Good eye, mate. Taser.
Here we go again. Is it going to be like laser?
This one's weird. TASER. Taser. I thought that was just a word. It's an acronym.
I don't know.
No idea?
Titanium.
I bet you could ask.
Tins.
I bet you could ask 1,000 people this, and one would get this.
I don't know.
Unless they were a police officer. Thomas A. Swift's electric rifle.
Oh, so Thomas Swift made it? He's the inventor?
Yeah.
There you go.
Isn't that crazy? Okay. Here's one that's diet-oriented. GMO.
Well, I know you want to get non-GMO, right? Right?
Some people buy food that is free from GMO.
Genetically modified.
You're 2/3 there. What the last one?
Genetically modified
Organism.
I would have never gotten that one.
Genetically modified organism. Had no idea. IMAX. You go to the IMAX theater.
Image maximum.
Babe, good job. You've gotten 2 of them.
I think I knew that one from before.
That's awesome. Okay, here's one that I knew this one. People used to use this in the business world all the time. And in marketing, you use this all the time. CTA.
CTA.
You know this.
I do know this. Call to action.
There you go.
Call to action.
Call to action. We do that every time we do
Yes.
we do a advertisement. Let's see. Here's try one more. How about, you know what?
Only one more?
Well, we've got more. These are serious. Then we've got some texting acronyms.
Oh, okay.
NATO.
National?
No. Babe.
Night? And neuro?
No.
Natural?
No.
National?
No.
National.
No. Give up?
Non?
No.
Naval?
No.
Nah.
I think there are a lot of people yelling at you right now.
What is it again? What am I doing?
NATO.
NATO. Non? I already
No,
said
it's
non.
not non. And it's not
National.
no. And it's not national.
Never?
North.
North American Trade Organization.
The North Atlantic Treaty Organization.
Oh, something like that.
Yeah. How about scuba? Do you scuba?
Yeah. Something's underwater breathing apparatus.
Good one, babe. That's it. You got it.
Self-contained underwater breathing apparatus.
Good. Okay. Now, how about some of these? I had no idea this was an acronym, and maybe this was just made up, but BAE.
Means you're baby. You're my bae. You're my baby.
It's an acronym. BAE.
Oh, I thought it just meant you're my baby.
Nope. BAE. You're my bae.
I just thought it meant you're my babe. What does it mean?
Before anyone else.
I had no idea.
Mm-hmm. Look at there. Look at there.
Real.
Sandwiching some love and
Did someone make it that way?
Bringing you some content like that. How about IDC?
I don't care.
I don't care. How about IMHO?
In my honest opinion.
Humble opinion. I think it can be honest too.
Okay.
I've always used it as humble. Have you ever used, how defeated are you when you say, hey, what are you doing? And somebody just texts back, NM?
NM, never mind.
Not much.
Oh. I would have thought it meant never mind.
I mean, how much of a mail-in is that? Like if you're texting, can you imagine trying that on a dating app? Saying, hey, what's going on? Blah, blah, blah. And then somebody just texts back, NM?
I would have thought it was never mind.
But
now it's not much.
Not much. How about YOLO?
You only live once.
All right, some of these are pretty easy. How about FOMO?
Fear of missing out.
Babe, I didn't know what that meant until about 3 weeks ago.
Really?
I had no idea what FOMO was. I'd heard people say FOMO. I'm like, what's FOMO?
We all have to look it up eventually. There will be some new acronym. I'm like, I don't know what that means. I have to Google it.
Yeah. So anyway, I thought some of those were interesting.
You're done quizzing me?
Interesting and entertaining. I thought BAE. I had no idea. I thought BAE
was short for baby.
For baby.
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
So you're my BAE before anyone else.
Well, that's really not true because there were others before me, right?
Well, no, that means in the present time.
Oh, it's just present tense only?
Yes, present tense
that
only.
makes me feel better.
All right, babe. Tell everybody what we got coming up. We got a marketing promotion going on, and then we got something fun happening in the summer. What are we doing?
Running out of time on our current promotion. We're trying to give away these beautiful Acronyms stackable bracelets. We have a set for men and a set for women. They were sent to me by the ladies that create Acronyms, and I'm sharing the love. So we're like, how can we do this? How can we give them away? So what we want you to do is go to either iTunes or Google Podcasts, wherever you listen to the podcast, leave a review, screenshot it, and send it to podcast@kellyandallen.com. You have to do it by January 31st because we're going to draw a winner and get that in the mail to the winners just in case you want to give those as Valentine's Day gifts.
They're really nice.
You can give it to someone you love, or you can love on yourself with some beautiful new jewelry from Acronyms.
All you got to do is write a review, screen grab it, send it to the email.
That's right.
That's it, right? Okay. And what else we got
And it's
going on?
completely random drawing. You don't have to be effusive or anything like that. It's completely random drawing.
I mean, effusive ones will rise to the top. I'm just kidding.
No, he's kidding.
I'm just
It's completely random drawing.
I'm just kidding. You can call me an idiot. I might draw you as a winner. Who knows?
Wouldn't that be something? One of those 1-star reviews wins a beautiful stackable bracelet. But that's the way contests go sometimes. The other thing is we have a family vacation with our podcast family coming up. We're so excited. At last count, we have 16 couples going with us. One of these couples is even going to be on their honeymoon with us, which is very exciting.
Isn't that crazy? Yeah,
I love that.
We've got a honeymoon couple. We've got a guy that I know from high school. And he and his wife are coming.
That's awesome.
So I hadn't seen him in 30 years.
So if you want to look up the resort, you can go to kellyanallen.com/vacation, and there will be links. But it's the Valentine Imperial. It's is it Riviera or Playa? I don't remember. Riviera Maya. But it's beautiful. It's all inclusive.
We've been there.
We're excited to go back and take our podcast family with us. This is adults only. Vacation to us. We want to relax. We're leaving the kids at home. So that's what we're doing.
And it's going to be a party.
It's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to have a special, we're working out the details on like a cocktail party Wednesday night.
Exclusive to a Sandwich and Some Lovin'
Right.
family vacation attendees.
So all you have to do to go is put a $50 deposit down to secure your place and get all the details. Go to kellyandallen.com/sandwich. We're going the week of July 8th.
We may even have a chicken tournament in the pool.
Oh, Lord, honey, I'm terrible at that. You know I'm terrible at that.
But how much of a funny bit would that be?
It would be a bit.
Oh, we got to run video on that.
Oh, Lord.
You on my shoulders, chicken fighting with some of our listeners.
Yeah.
God.
Just remember, you all have to sign waivers that you won't sue us if you're injured.
Right. Yeah, everyone's signing a waiver, by the way.
You hold us not responsible for nothing except a good time.
It's going to be a good time. All right, babe. Well, I think
But 16 couples, 32 of you are going so far.
That's
We're thrilled, and we would love it if we could just get the whole resort with our listeners. That'd be fun.
We just got started and we got 16.
I know.
I mean, this is in July. So
come on.
I think we're going to.
If you're on the fence, come on.
May have to, maybe we'll charter a 747,
We're not doing that.
We're going to charter a big pink 747 with the Sandwich and Some Lovin' logo on the tail.
We're not doing that.
Take that sumbitch down to Mexico.
No. Dream big, baby. Maybe next year.
Hey.
Next year.
You got to dream big. All right, babe. Well, this was fun. I had Love You Desperately. I had so much fun talking about all these wonderful things, from serial killers to what church we're going to go to
bad customer service.
To bad customer. You got to listen to me drone on and on for about 7 minutes.
That's okay.
Thank you for listening. That's one thing about any good relationship. You got two people who can listen. Kelly can listen. She's a good listener.
Thank you, honey.
Yes. Sometimes she just has to listen to me. Sometimes that's all I want. I just want her to listen.
Thank you.
The outcome was the outcome. I can't change it.
Right.
Sometimes I just want to.
I think sometimes I give you good advice.
Yeah, you do. You do.
And then what do you always say? Oh, I'm glad I thought of that.
Yeah, that's my bit. That's a bit.
But I'm a pretty good advice giver, or so I've been told.
You give some good advice.
Thank you.
You give some good advice. All right, guys. Well, thanks for listening. We love you all desperately. We will do this again at another date.
Well, this podcast is available on Monday, so we'll be back again on Thursday.
Yes. It is available twice a week now.
Mondays and Thursdays.
That's right. All right, babe. In the immortal words of the great Keanu Reeves, life is good when you have a good sandwich.